YouTube Live here. Massive day at pinball yesterday. If you will notice, we had the reveal, the unveiling of the long rumored Sonic the Hedgehog, the Battle for Pandora from Jersey Jack Pinball. I'm not certain if that's the tagline or not. I was working all day yesterday. In fact, I was working all day last night, all night last day. So I'm a little bit groggy, but we're here in Schaumburg, Elk Grove Village, Illinois, on a nondescript public sidewalk to do some public filming, as it were, and to see what's going on in the world of Elk Grove Village. It's a bit of a blustery day, a little drizzle, but for now, it's not raining too bad. So I figured I'd walk around. I have an appointment at this local place here on this street, down the street from Stern, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I represent the Electric Bat Arcade, one of my favorite places in Tempe, Arizona to be. Probably that and Wiener Schnitzel, my two favorites if you're in the area. So I got to consume everybody's content they were making yesterday. I still haven't got a good idea on exactly what all the shots are in this game. There's a clear upper playfield. Is it plexiglass? Is it Lexan, lucite, or something else? I don't know. I'm hearing people talking about it's clear coated. Ralph did a video and I watched parts of it, but it was so long. I worked 24 hours and I don't get to sit and indulge. So I'm going into this pretty blind. Pretty blind. I get to watch airplanes though. Taking off from O'Hare, which is one of my favorite things to do. This guy's like, get out of my way, dude. I'm trying to get out of here. Well, why don't you take that comment about the last hope for actual gameplay and flush it down the toilet because you ain't getting no gameplay. Um, I set this up. I worked for weeks to get this set up here. Just received a call, a message. The word has come down. No gameplay can be seen at all. So that sucks. And this is a game that's revealed. This is a game that they're taking money for, and we don't have any actual footage or just what's the game like. I mean, it's not the greenest flag I've ever seen. I don't know the reasoning behind it. I can only speculate, which is one of my specialties. But who knows? I'll go see what I can find out. All I know is I show up the door here soon. Supposed to meet. We'll see what happens. I'm here to get information. I'm here as somebody that's interested in buying new pinball machines. I have like-minded friends, listeners and whatnots. And so we all want to know, like, how is this game? You know, I'm not receiving one for free. I'm not receiving a massive discount to get one if I do want one. I'm honestly just a little bit curious about what these guys are bringing. There's a sign. It's like going to Hershey, Pennsylvania and seeing the Hershey factory in person. That must be somebody's office over there. I don't know what I can show or what I can't. What I'm not interested in doing is going into some kind of, trim these trees, going into some kind of extended embargo on information. I'm here to find some information for myself and my own personal financial mishaps when it comes to buying pinball machines. And I want to share that with other people. What I don't want to do is come find out and have to sit on it because that's no fun for anybody. Still early. Still early. Rain's kicking up. Still a little 180 here. We'll head back. Look at this tree. Maybe they could take some of the proceeds and trim this guy up, man. It's like a forested canopy. It's like I'm on Pandora right here. This must have been the inspiration for Avatar, the Battle of Pandora, the legend of Curly's Gold. Oh, I had to duck down there. My little 6-foot frame has to tuck around the bushes here. So I don't know. We all want to know the same thing. Is the game fun? Should I get one now? Or should I wait for whatever's coming next? Pinball is so secretive that you never know what's around the corner. And every time you do go in on a game, you blow your budget on what could potentially be there. Masters of the Universe? Barrels of Fun? Dropping soon? What is this rumor I'm hearing, man? This is like candy coated cheese for me, for my rat face. I love hearing that kind of stuff. But then, I want to play the Blue Bomber at home. In my mind, I was fantasizing. I was like, Don, they're going to invite you there. They're going to offer to let you purchase one of the CEs that is in the factory and take it with you that day. I don't think it's going to happen. What's next for P3? What's what we all want to know, man? Something licensed, I hope. The follow up to Portal. I've had Multimorphic reach out. They want to come on the show. Honestly, I'm not sure what we would talk about. So I don't know. I don't know if there's demand either. I'm happy talking to anybody, but I ran it by some producers and they're like, I don't know why you would. So I don't know. It's gotta be a drive for it. I love P3. I don't own one. I love it as a concept. I gotta get my car. Uh anyway, there's the factory. And if you were to peek in that roll-up door that's over there, you'd probably see some games on the line. Um, yeah, I don't know. They mentioned something about NDA. I don't know what you would NDA at this point. I guess we'll find out. What I don't want to do is be muzzled about something, So I have the rest of the day off. I figured I'd drive in down Elk Grove Village on a bit of a rainy day. Should have got an umbrella. But we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Yeah. So otherwise, I don't know. I got 30 minutes and we'll find out. Ideally, I would love to do a YouTube live, Patreon live from the actual, probably from the actual game and show off some gameplay, potato cam footage or whatnot. Perhaps, perhaps it's such that they have a gameplay trailer. They want that to be people's first eyeballs on look at what the game's like. And so they don't want any potato cams out there. But like the game's released, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get some sales. Because just the fact that they're asking for money right now, distributors are asking for money, people are asking for purchases, but at the same time, they're not letting people show any gameplay footage. Has that happened before? Have we had a game release where people are still embargoed? I don't know. Doesn't instill the confidence that I need for a large purchase. So I think they had me for a little bit yesterday afternoon, not going to lie, but now I'm kind of like back out because I'm wary. Because I'm wary. All right, I want to read some comments. Nice weather, right? There was a break in the weather, fortunately. What's up, Captain? I hang out by the F-150 here. Where'd my comments go? There we go. Ozzy, what's up? Dude, how you doing, man? How you doing? Ralph just posted JJP will release a gameplay video maybe today. So maybe I don't need an NDA, which would be nice. I would like to get some footy and share with everybody. You said the HP money for Gardner. Yeah, absolutely. Lucky, I don't know. Lucky or stubborn, probably that. Show Goonies gameplay then. Didn't I send it to you? I mean, wait, I can't talk about that. Pinball Studios here. Can't go to JJP today as Stern is using you for their marketing this afternoon. Okay, cause. You know, I'm thinking about getting rid of all the sponsors and everything for the content that I do and picking, I still want to be sponsored. I want to be sponsored by the people. So everybody on Patreon, I want them to be the sponsors. But River City's Arcade, I would love to be sponsored by River City's Arcade. Cause's location in Danville, Virginia. I will charge him $1 a year and he could sponsor the podcast because I believe in River City's Arcade. I'm gonna go move the beast, and I guess I'll sit on my tailgate until it's 1 o'clock. But I'll have a hands-on impression if it means anything to anybody. What I wanted to get was some recorded gameplay and just spit it out there so people could actually see like what this game's like. I'm fortunate that I live close enough to Chicago. It's not a big deal for me to come in. Also, I like the food and culture of Chicago, so it's never a wasted trip. But I hope I don't attempt to be muzzled where I can't say anything. So y'all be good. And let me know your thoughts. Did you already buy a Sonic? Is all this hyperbole? I do like the platform JJP has. Can I just talk about? Okay, so I haven't played Sonic the Hedgehog yet. This is the only time in my life I'll be able to say that because I'm gonna go play it hopefully soon. When I heard that Sonic the Hedgehog was coming out, one of my first thoughts was I need that Sega logo. The Sega when you start up the Genesis games, right? We're not getting that. At the end of every level of Sonic, he runs through the horizontal spinner. So I'm like, I'm sure there'll be a horizontal spinner. Because imagine you're playing the stage mode, right? You hit the target, you qualify it, and then the last shot, a little spinner drops down in an orbit, and you blast it, and that signifies, all right, I finished the mode, and now as many spins as I get, that's my bonus points, right? That's not in the game. What else did I want? What else did I want? I wanted the Green Hill Zone vertical loop. I wanted with the brown and green checker mark, the grass on top. That vertical loop from the first game, iconic Sonic. That wasn't in there. The orbit lane does not have a spinner. How does Sonic not have just a rippable spinner? There's one in the upper playfield in a horseshoe, which sounds like horse shit. Kidding. But if that's the only spinner that you can like rip and it's just in a 180 boomerang, whatever, U-turn, like that's not fun. I want like the main orbit of the game should have a spinner on it so we can just rip the hell out of that thing. It works great on Pulp Fiction where there's two of them and they're on bearings and they spin forever and they're opto spinners and it's like I love ripping those. Um, you know, I don't want to compare Sonic to Venom, but Venom had the same problem. There was nothing kinetic on the orbit. I had to install a spinner on Venom on the left orbit just to get some satisfaction of like ripping that orbit and getting the spinner going. It wasn't connected to anything. I screwed it in there. But at least like I had a moving spinner in Venom. Helped the game, made the game a lot more fun. So how do you not have a spinner on each orbit in Sonic? I don't know. I'm talking to the designer hopefully in a little bit. That's one of my questions. Why not? What like I know spinners don't cost that much. Get some gameplay footage like right now, but would love to do that. I heard Interium was going to be an early one. I don't know if that's happening. I'll ask. Worst they can say is no, we won't tell you. I'll ask. But really, my goal here is to find out that as a member of the public, where's the first place I can play this dang thing? Because I want to know if I want to buy one. If I want to buy one, I want to do it right now. So I'm at the front of the queue so I can get my game soon. But if it's going to be you know, weeks until I can get some gameplay. Then by then, the order banks are going to be months full. There'll be waits. That's no fun. When a game launches, if you could buy it right away, you're front of the line, man. You get it soon. What I don't know is if it's worth getting. And so that's what I'm here ostensibly to find out. And fortunately, the kind folks at Jersey Jack said, Don, come on by at 1 p.m. So that's what I'm doing. So if you want to come hang out, I'll be here. I don't know what I'm doing after this. I don't know if there's a game in Interium. There's a Transformers there, I think. If Stern's watching, send me a text. Let me come by and play some more Transformers or something. Let me see that Pokemon top. Let's do that. I'm gonna move the truck. You guys be good. We'll talk. We'll talk.